I want to welcome all of you. So my name is Oluchi Madu. I'm the Talent Maximization Academy, the founder of Oluchi Madu International. Oluchi Madu International is an entity that houses two academies. The first one is Talent Maximization Academy, and the second one is Purpose Driven Champs Academy. And it's a privilege to have you have this time out with me this evening while I teach you how to build transgenerational wealth and legacy. We are not just talking about making money. You know, people will always say, how do I make money with my talents? No. When we play big. So what we are doing today is we are playing big. We are going beyond making money. We are talking about creating transgenerational wealth and legacy with your gift. So with this, I'm going to share my slide. Let me know if you can see my slide at the moment. One person, please let me know if you can see my slide. Can you see my slide? Let me know. Unmute yourself and say yes if you can see my slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that feedback. All right. At the end of this training, one thing is likely to happen. You are going to learn how to build wealth and impact with your gifts. You are going to learn how to build transgenerational wealth and impact with your gifts. Before we start, I would like to ask a question, and I would like you to use the comment section as well. I'd like you to use the comment section as well. I don't know why I'm not seeing myself, but that's fine. I'm seeing Dr. Mandy instead of me. So, but that's fine. That's okay. Beautiful. So at the end of this, like I said, at the end of this training, you will learn how to build transgenerational wealth and legacy with your gifts. But before we go on, I want to ask something. If everything is at your disposal, would you still do what you do at the moment? What I mean is, if everything, you can get everything at the snap of your finger, you don't have to worry about paying bills, you don't have to worry about school fees, house rent or whatever, you have this money. Everything is at your beck and call. Would you still choose to do what you're doing at the moment? Whatever that generates wealth for you, creates money, generates money for you at the moment, will you still choose to do it? Or would you rather choose something else? Please let me meet you in the comment section. I would like to know your response because that's very important for this journey. Okay, so if everything is at your disposal, will you still love to do what you're doing now, or would you rather choose something else? If it's the job you have now, would you want to maintain your job if you have all the money? You don't have to break your head for paying bills and all that. Will you still maintain the job you have now, the business you have now, whatever you're doing now, or would you rather choose something else, please? Can I meet you in the comment section? Somebody said, yes, ma'am. Okay, Sarah, what do you do at the moment? Franklin said, if everything is at my disposal, I will still do what I am doing now. Okay, please, may I know what you do at the moment? Sarah and Franklin, please. Oh, fantastic. Sarah said, I'm a teacher. I love this. Somebody said, yes, of course. Franklin said, I am a pastor. Fantastic. Olawale Owoyemi said, yes, of course. Olawale, please. I hope I got that name correctly. What do you do at the moment? What do you do at the moment? I have somebody that that say she will still maintain what she does, and this person is a teacher, and another person is a pastor. The third person say, I'm a missionary. Oh, okay, I see. And Prince, please, what do you do at the moment? May I know what you do? He said, yes, I'm a teacher and a life coach. Fantastic. I think I have the right audience. I'm loving this audience already. Okay, may I ask another question? And I would also like to meet you in the comment section. Does what you do now impact, listen very well, what you do now, does it impact life, gives you influence, and creates wealth for you? That's to say, you are very fulfilled, you are comfortable. This thing you are doing now, it creates the kind of wealth that you want, it impacts life, and is an influence. You are very influential with what you're doing at the moment. Please let me meet you in the comment section. Let me meet you in the comment section. Somebody said I'm a fashion designer. Yeah. So the next question is, are you making the kind of impact, the kind of influence, and the kind of income that you want from what you are doing presently? Or are you looking for a way to scale up? Are you looking for opportunity to scale up? Please let me meet you in the comment section. Sarah, I would love you to respond to this. The pastor and the person that is a missionary, I would also love to meet you in the comment section with a response to this question. Somebody said, I'm not comfortable. All right. Sarah, a Sarah that is a teacher, please, can you respond to this question? And our pastor, Olawale said, I'm making impact, but not wealthy. Atiku Esther said, I would like to scale up. Innocent said, oh, the messages are coming so fast. I hope I catch up. Innocent said, no, looking for a scale up. Sarah said, I will say yes to others, but not to income. Somebody said, I want to scale up. A lot of responses. I want to scale up. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for that sincere feedback. And this brings us to the business of the day. The problem has always been the wealth creation part of the journey. Many people make impact. Some people, you know, scale through that influence spot, but a lot of people, majority of people, struggle with creating wealth, and that is where the issue lies. And how you know that you have a scale up to make is when there are three things that your gifts are supposed to do for you, your talent. Your talent is supposed to help you impact lives. It's supposed to help you influence life. And it's supposed to help you create wealth. Not just making money. I'm not talking about, oh, making daily, making money, trying to put food on the table. I'm talking about transgenerational wealth. Your talent is supposed to help you impact life, touch life. Your talent is supposed to help you influence life. When I say your talent is supposed to help you influence life, what it means is that your talent is supposed to position you as an authority, as a leader. It's supposed to position you as an authority, as a leader. Take, for instance, there was a day I woke up sometime last year, going to my Facebook, I found numerous notifications. I had a lot of notifications. And when I click on any of them, it was leading to one post. It was leading to one post. And what did the post said? I am looking for someone who is an authority in talent development. So people started mentioning my name. I was humbled that day. In fact, it was an emotional moment for me. So what it means is that people consider me as an authority. And people don't just consider people as an authority in an area of gifting if you have not been impacting lives and influencing life. So if you are influencing life, if you're impacting life and influencing life, what it means is that you are an authority in your area of gifting. So the third thing that your talent is supposed to do for you is to create transgenerational wealth. The kind of wealth I'm talking about is you are very comfortable. Money is not your problem. Then, not just you and your immediate family, so many people are eating from your table. And after you are gone, when you leave this surface of the earth, whatever your wealth is before you left, it will continue even without your presence. That is transgenerational wealth. And this is what talent can do for you. This is what talent can do for you. So if you signed up for this webinar and you're thinking that, oh, I stumbled on this ad and I click, all those things, consider yourself, your step, divinely orchestrated, because the truth is that at the end of this webinar many people are going to cry in their in their closet today, going through their life and everything. They're going to have sober reflection. Lives will be changed. Many people will be equipped. This is not what I say, to promote what I'm doing. This is a journey I've been on for over a decade. And for this year, we have had webinars that hosted more than 1,000 people. And many people after the webinar have done great things. I'm talking about this year, have started, businesses, establishing things, implementing things, setting up amazing things. So consider yourself and consider yourself that your steps were divinely orchestrated to come for this webinar. So we have agreed that we have an audience that, though they are making impact and influence, but creating wealth seems to be a common problem. So with that, I go over to another question. I want you to listen. This time around, it will be an individual answer. You answer within yourself. Growing up, all of us, we had dreams. We were bold. We were never afraid. I don't know if you can still remember this. Growing up, you had dreams. Those were the times some of us will say, oh, I want to become a medical practitioner, not just a doctor. I want to become a medical practitioner. I want to own a hospital. I want to be a specialist. I want to be a neurosurgeon. And some of us will say, I want to be a pilot. And some of us will even say, I want to own an aircraft. All those dreams, you were seeing possibilities, you were not seeing limitations. There was nothing like failure written anywhere. But all of a sudden, there was a switch. You became scared. If you want to talk about your dream, there'll be like a tiny voice, hush, 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 trying to shut you up. Can you remember the point where these things started happening? At what point did everything change? This question is what I would want you to ponder on while we go on. Then there's a question I want to ask, and I will also want to see responses in the comment section. Are you aware that many of us here, I'm not talking about outside, I'm talking about those in this webinar. Are you aware that many of us present in this webinar are dead? Let me see your response in the comment section. Are you aware that many of us, I'm not using the word some, many of us here now are dead? I'm not talking of those that are outside. I'm talking about those that are here in this conference. Are you aware? Let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts. What do you think? Is it true? Huh? Or are you saying, what's this woman saying? Are you aware that some people here now are dead, even when they are alive? Someone said, not very active. Are you aware? That's what I want to know. It could be a yes or no question. Somebody said yes. Franklin said yes. Okay. All right. At least some of us believe that some of us here are dead. And some of us may be wondering, but how? Benjamin Franklin said that some people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. I'll take that again. Some people die at 25 but aren't buried until 75. Someone may ask, has Benjamin Franklin gone crazy? What in God's name could this be? All right, this simply means that, listen very well. Every human being on earth starts manifesting what they are created to be from childhood. Some of us start manifesting what we are created to be from age 3. This is why if you are a parent here and you are receiving this training today, you have double blessings. What it means is that it will also equip you to start paying attention to the things you don't pay attention to. If you are a parent here, you are receiving double blessings. Every child here starts, every human being created on earth starts exhibiting who and what they are designed to be from age 3. It could be 3 to 7 years. There are those that start manifesting theirs at 15 years. But do you know what happened? When these children start manifesting who they are called to be, if those that are in their lives, their handlers, talking about their parents, their teachers, their Sunday school, their imams, if those in their lives are not knowledgeable enough in what it means to be purposeful, if those of the people in their lives do not understand the manifestations, they are likely to shut that manifestations. This is to say that if those in the life of a child did not discover themselves and are not purpose driven in life, there is a tendency that the child in question will not manifest whatever that is designed to be. So what will happen is that those around this child will start shutting him or her up. That is when you hear, you are a talkative. You talk too much. Can't you see your brother? Your brother is reserved. He doesn't talk much. The same parent will still talk to their brother that is reserved. Why are you too quiet? Can't you see your sister? Nobody can intimidate her. Why are you quiet? You can see the confusion there. And there are those that a child that will be unscrewing things, curiosity. And the parents will be hitting this child. You are spoiling things for me. Why are you unscrewing all these things? And before you know it, that child has been denatured. A particular client of mine, they brought their son, and the father said, he used to be everywhere, but I've cut his tail. Yeah, that was the exact word. He said he used to be everywhere. He doesn't start a place. He's everywhere, but I've cut his tail. He's now a quiet boy. So when he said this, he was expecting me to give him, like a trophy, that kind of thing. And I told him, sir, there is a problem here. If this boy was an outgoing type, a boisterous boy, and all of a sudden he's now a quiet boy, there is a problem because you've denatured this boy. So at the initial stage, the father thought it was a joke until we started troubleshooting to understand very well that this boy along the line was denatured. See, God has a reason for creating anybody or everybody with peculiar personalities, with inherent gifts. And anytime you change any of these, what it means is that you've denatured that child. Now, when children are growing and people around them start telling them, oh no, you don't do this. Maybe a child dances so well, you say, no, not in our family. Is this what you are going to do and become somebody in life? Or a child is an artist, you say, come on, go and read. I want you to become a medical doctor. Or a child sings, you said, no, 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 no. I want you to become a lawyer so that you go and drag land for me. You know, we are dragging land. I want you to become, or just for ego, I want to be mama or papa lawyer. You know, many parents unconsciously and ignorantly has killed their children, even when they think that they are doing the right thing for them. So what is happened is that at 18, this child is already exhausted. That original person is being buried, is dying slowly. At 25, this person has left whatever God designed them to be and chose what the society said that this is who you should become. So what it means is that the original person is dead at 25. And at 75, if this person failed to reconnect with the original person they are at 75 or maybe 80, depending on when the person, the flesh, the body dies, and that's it. This is to tell you that a lot of people you see on the road are already dead. What you are seeing or who you are seeing is not the original person. The original person is dead. Whoever that is walking is an artificial, an imitation of the original person. So parents, I want you to take note of this and be very, very intentional. And if you are here and your mind is telling you that you've missed it somewhere, my dear, at the end of this seminar, go and find your original self. In our academy September cohort, just this one, we had a lawyer, a barrister, 65-year-old woman seeking purpose. Sometime last year, we had 73-year-old woman seeking purpose. That should tell you the fire, the passion about purpose. How do you consider a life where you are not joyful, you are not fulfilled? It's an integral part of human being that nobody should lose for anything. Nobody should lose it for anything. Now, I want to ask another question. Who among us here have 2025 goals? Did you create your 2025 goals? And if yes, have you actualized all your goals? Can I meet you in the comment section? I have 2025 goals, I've actualized them, or I don't have 2025 goals, or I created my 2025 goals, but along the line, I don't know what happened. I switched to something else. I'm so confused with my goals. I don't know what keep happening. I don't know why I keep not actualizing my goal every year. Before you know what is happening, September, things have scattered. I don't always actualize my goals. So can I meet you in the comment section? Did you create your 2025 goals? If yes, have you actualized them? The year is almost gone. That's the truth. The year is almost gone. And me as a person, I've actualized my 2025 goals. Or whatever I'm doing now, I just, when they say Jara, that is what I'm doing. My new year starts in October. As a matter of fact, I've created my 2026 program calendar, my 2026 goal. Okay, somebody said, I created my 2025 goals, but yet to actualize some of them. Beautiful. That's Ogechiku. Then Chidima said, yes, but I've not actualized them. All right. Do we have another person? Do we have another response? Yeah. Okay. So somebody said, every year I plan my goals, but along the line, something just happens and nothing happens. Fantastic. Sarah. Yes, you are saying your reality, and I love you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. This is the reality of so many people. Yeah. the reality of so many people. Now, today you are going to learn why you don't actualize your goals, your annual goals, or why you actualize some, or why you actualize, part of it, but maybe majority you don't actualize them. You are going to learn why. Please, the beautiful thing you will do for me, ensure that your audio is muted so that we are going to have a very noise-free recording. Somebody's audio is disturbing. So now, the question now is, what happens? Why is it that majority of people do not actualize their goal? And I know that a lot of people sitting here, you are also having this challenge. Innocent, please kindly mute yourself. I thought I muted everybody. 1 second. I think I have to do that so that we'll have a noise-free recording. All right, thank you. So can you see what is on the screen there? It says that goal without vision leads to failure. When you have goal, but you don't have the big picture, you are likely going to fail with that goal. And I will tell you why. You are going to learn a lot of things. There are so many things that were not in the flyer you will learn today. You will learn a lot. So, look at this picture. The picture that is coming to your screen now. This is the way people with vision that created goals. This is how their life is organized. Smiling, self-confident, not troubled, not, scattered, not disorganized. This is the picture you have. If you have a big picture called vision and your goals, you created your goals in line with the big picture. Now, this is the second picture. When there are goals without vision, this is what happens inside and around you, but you may not know. You are confused. A lot of things, you are, when you see people say, I am too busy. Whenever you hear people say, I am too busy, give them a pat on the back. I am too busy. I am so disorganized. I am stressed out. I am frustrated. I don't have time for myself. And when they are saying it, you see it all over them. They will look so haggard, unkempt. Even when they have money, you'll be wondering, because I don't want to have that kind of money that I will have money, I'll still be looking haggard. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of us here now, this is how our internal system is. You have goals, but you don't have vision. So by the time you create your vision, beginning of the year, after first quarter, you are even likely to cancel all of them and jump in. They say, oh, it's AI that is giving money. No, tika, 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 tika. You cancel all your goals. You jump into AI. Before the second quarter finishes, it's steak. What is running now is a remote job. You abandon your AI. You look for another skill. Jumped into remote job. By third quarter, you get frustrated. In fact, you say, I don't want to work with goal again. Whatever that comes, I will do it. Whatever that comes now, I will do it. I don't want to work with goals. Now, look at what happens. When you have a vision, when you have the big picture, you will work with a focused mind. But if you don't have vision, you will be working with a wandering mind. And to be honest, a wandering mind can never be creative because you are confused. Your mind is too busy, but not really on a particular thing. Your mind is so disorganized, it's everywhere. So creativity will be very far from you. Creativity will be very far from you. And the truth is that if you want to succeed in life, you must be creative. If you're not creative, you'll be copying people. In the process of copying people, you lose your authenticity and you can't make out something meaningful out of it. Then the second thing that happens when you don't have a vision is that those that have vision, they live in the present. They live in the present. But those without vision, they live in the past and they are worried about the future. Why are they worried? Because they can't see anything tangible happening in the present. So they are worried. How will tomorrow be? Oh, landlord will throw my things away. My children will be sent away from school. My children's school fees. I need to pay rent. I need to stock up. Oh, I don't even know. It seems I need to change business. I think I need to change a job. Oh, you see, they live in the past and they're worried about the future. The third thing that happens with someone with a vision is that you are free from worries. You are very free from worries. Why? Because you know where you're going. You have the big picture. You've already created the strategic steps and goals on how to actualize your vision. But somebody without a vision, you are full of worries because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Somebody with a vision, time flies. You know, when you are doing something that you love, time flies. You go like, so it's 1 p.m. Oh my God, so it's 4 p.m. But somebody without a vision, minutes seems endless. This is when people start saying life is meaningless, life is boring. Whenever you hear somebody always complaining that, I'm always bored, there is no vision, there is no big picture. Somebody with a vision, you feel in charge of your life. Why? Because you know exactly what you want and you are working towards it. There is no such thing that, oh, my friend came and deceived me. You know, such things. Oh, my friend came and I changed my dream. My friend came, I changed my vision. You are totally in charge of your life. You know what you want and you're working towards it. Now, if you don't have a vision, you're so unsure of your life. You are unsure of your life. You are working in uncertainty. If you have vision, you are fully prepared and equipped. You are prepared and equipped because you can see the vision. You can see the picture. You can imagine it. You've already imagined it and you are working towards actualizing it. If you don't have a vision, you are always disorganized. This one is not a rocket science. If you don't have vision, take it from me and tell yourself the truth. Check the things that you do, how you run your life. You find out that you're always disorganized. Every little thing puts you, in a very disarray state. If you have a vision, you will know what to do at any time. You know what to do at any time. This one is not a question of, whatever that the day brings. There are some of us that when they wake up, they'll tell you whatever the day brings, that's what they're going to do today. That is the language of someone without a vision. But if you have a vision, you know what you do at each point in time. But without a vision, you are easily stuck. You easily get stuck. Any little thing, you get stuck and you'll be looking for help. Oh, and you'll be so afraid. If people do not help you, if relations do not help you, you start hating them and you get stuck. You say your life is finished. Why? There is no big picture. Then if you have a vision, you will work with confidence and certainty. Why? Because you know what you're doing. You know what the future holds. You've already made a plan and you're working towards your plan. But if you don't have a vision, you'll be full of doubts, which affects your self-esteem. You keep doubting yourself. This thing that I even want to sell, who will buy it? Will people even buy it? Will they believe in me? Does it look like it? Am I sure I can sell this? This is when you start sampling opinion. You have 10 people, you sample opinion, 100 people before you know it, you get confused. This person will tell you, do this one. And the other person will tell you, don't do it like this. This person will say, no, you will fail. This person will say, oh, you will succeed. And you will have war going on in your mind. You'll be full of doubts and it will affect your self-esteem. Then somebody with vision, life is joyful and fulfilling. Life is beautiful because you are working according to your strength, your inherent gifts, and your brain bent. That is what we call brain bent. But if you don't have vision, life will be so boring and exhausting because there is nothing you are looking at. You can't see the big picture. You to get a point, you start asking, is this what it is? Nah, what is there? What is there? For those of us from the eastern part, saying now, that kind of thing. Because you can't see the big picture. You can't see anything. To you, life, you've seen life. I've seen it all. What is there? When you start hearing people, I've seen it all. Nah, nothing is in this world, though. Life does not make sense. There is no big picture. There is no vision. Then with a vision, your personal ego gets swallowed up by the big picture. You don't have time for petty things. You don't have time for, petty fights. They are dragging people online. You are there. You are throwing shades. Even those that will help you tomorrow, even those that will mentor you, even those that will coach you, you are dragging them. You are dragging. Why? Because you don't have the big picture. You have time to do, all sorts. But if you don't have vision, self-criticism will feed your personal ego. Self-criticism, you keep criticizing yourself and even defending some things you are doing, even when they are very, very wrong. As I'm reading all this, I want you to be going through your mind, going through your life, or the life of somebody that is very close to you. You'll be seeing all these things that I'm calling out. So now somebody will ask, so how do I create goals and actualize my goals? If you want to create goals that you will always actualize, if you want every year you create goal and before the year runs out you actualize your goal, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to teach you. From the year 2016 till this year, I've never set goals that I don't actualize. That is 9 years. But before 2016, I was that person that will always set goals. Before March and April, I am setting other goals. I'm abandoning the old one. And before September, I will abandon everything goal. And I will say, oh, let me just work according to whatever that the life brings. I know that many of us are experiencing this. And that's why you need to pay attention. If you want to start recording and actualizing your goals every year, go and learn about your inherent gifts. As we are going now, I'll also teach you how to understand your inherent gifts. Ensure that you understand your inherent gifts. Ensure that you know your inherent gifts. Now, from your inherent gifts, create a vision. A vision that is in line with your inherent gifts. That is the big picture. And every year, set goals that align with the big picture. Ensure that your goals have common interests with your big picture. You are going to record success in that year. But what most of us do is that there are people that they change business every year. They change a job every year. Even when they don't change, the way they will create their goal, it will be so scattered, unrelated, unrealistic, very parallel. And before you know it, they are frustrated. They will abandon all of them. But once you create a vision, you find out that your goals will always have relationship. They will be connected. So as you are actualizing one, the success of one is landing you to the second one to the third one, like that. And before you know it, you've actualized all your goals. Like I said, I've actualized my 2025 goals and I've created my 2026 program calendar, my goals. My new year actually starts from October. That's when I start planning for the next year. So as we are discussing now, my plans for 2026 are already rolling out. So if you want to be actualizing your goals every year, first of all, discover your inherent gifts. Secondly, see the big picture. That is, create a lifetime vision. Then every year, set goals that align with the big picture. Set goals that align with your vision. And I tell you, you will start actualizing your yearly goals. I know that many of you, by next year, you are going to pay me tithes for these secrets that I've led to you, because sometimes all my mentees kill their goals because they are using this strategy. So today, I want you to put this in your mind, and as you're going to create your 2026 goals, ensure that you have discovered your talent and then you've created your vision. Then create goals that are in line with your vision. Then someone may say, how then do I create a vision that can stand the test of time? That's a very good question. To create a vision that can stand the test of time, ensure that you create it from your gift. I don't know if you have noticed some people that they will abandon very beautiful projects. I keep wondering, what is going on? Why did this person abandon the project? I don't know if you have seen things like that. Many people that abandon their project, this is a survey that I've done. Many people that have abandoned their project, if you troubleshoot it, is either they don't have passion, it's either they don't have passion for that particular project they are working on, is not in any way related to their gift. Because when your gift is parallel, when your vision is parallel to your gift, remember that your gift is something that you love doing. Somebody is disturbing us. David, Tochuku David, please. Who is this person? Please mute yourself. Thank you. So when the vision or the project you're working on, the vision you created, it does not have anything to do with your gift. There will be a time where you'll be frustrated, and when you'll be frustrated, remember that every project comes with challenges, and when these challenges comes, what will help you in the days of challenges is the fact that your gift is something that you love doing. So you can even do it effortlessly, and you can do it without expecting any money in return. That's if it's not yet yielding cash, you will be able to accommodate it at that point in time because it's something you love doing. But some of us, when they pull out a project, a vision, and it's not bringing money immediately, they close it down. Why? Because this is not something they love doing. So studies have shown that there is a great correlation between inherent gifts and vision. Statistics have also shown that people tend to achieve visions created from their inherent gifts more than those created from other parameters. Somebody may ask, but how do you know? I'm going to prove it to you. This is what I know because these are the things I've tested myself. I'm doing them. People around me are doing them. My mentees are doing them. And I will also prove them with research backing all this up. But before we go forward, somebody may be asking, but what exactly is inherent gifts? And there is need for you to know exactly what inherent gifts so you don't assume. Inherent gifts are those gifts that you came into this world naturally. You did not learn them. You did not learn them. Those gifts, those things that came into this world with you, you did not learn them, you did not pick them along the line. One of them is talent. And the way I always define talent for everybody to understand is talent is that unusual ability. An unusual ability to do something ordinary, something around you. You have an unusual ability to do something ordinary in an extraordinary way to produce extraordinary results. That is talent. This is something very ordinary around you, but you have an unusual ability to do this ordinary thing in an extraordinary way to record extraordinary results. Meanwhile, people around you, when they do it, it will not come out as beautiful as your own. That is talent. Then innate abilities are those things that help talent to find expressions. Those are the innate abilities. Now, personality traits are those things that make you act the way you do. They are the things that make up your personality. So these collectively are your inherent gifts. You came into this world with them. So when I use inherent gifts, you will always understand what I mean. Okay, now there are key characteristics of inherent gifts. There are key characteristics of inherent gifts. Inherent gifts are natural. You did not learn them. You did not pick them along the way. They are natural. Then they are unique. No matter how common a particular talent may seem, there is always a significant difference. For those of us who know Mercy Chinwe and Nathaniel Bassey, both of them are gospel artists. But when Mercy Chinwe sings, you will know that this is Mercy Chinwe. When Nathaniel Bassey sings, you will also know that this is Nathaniel Bassey. Why? Is it not song they are doing? It's song, but there is something unique about both of them. And that something unique is their unique selling point. So every inherent gift is unique. No matter how many people have the same gift, there is always something that is unique about them. Then inherent gifts are stable. They are stable. There is nothing like, oh, I'm having gift of, I used to have gift of writing, and all of a sudden it fizzled out. I lost it. Now what I'm having is gift of intuition. Your talent, your gift is always your gift. It can grow, it can evolve, it can develop, but it can never change. So it's stable. Then another characteristics is that your talent is fulfilling. It's not something that you all of a sudden you become depressed. It gives you joy. You get fulfillment when you are expressing it. For Sarah, that is a teacher, teaching could be Sarah's gift. And if it's why I'm saying that it could be her gift is because she said even if she has money at her disposal, she will still teach. What it means is that it gives her joy, it gives her fulfillment. So it's a characteristics. So with that now we go over to the why vision created out of talent tends to be actualized. Why? When you create vision from your gifts, your inherent gifts, there is an intrinsic motivation. An intrinsic motivation. When visions align with inherent gifts, individuals are intrinsically motivated. This intrinsic drive fuels three things. It fuels creativity. I don't know, have you seen people that they are not learned? And even if they are learned, when they were in the university, you can't call them the bookworm or the A grabbers. Maybe they are the people that people are saying, oh, this one, who will employ him? Or maybe he came out with pass. And all of a sudden, you find them doing an amazing thing in one field or the other. What happened? They were able to reconnect with their authenticity, with their originality. So when you create your vision according to your talent, is going to give an intrinsic motivation, and this intrinsic motivation will drive this intrinsic drive will fuel three things, and the first one is creativity. The kind of creative things that will be coming to your mind, you yourself, you'll be amazed. Any little thing, your creative antenna is searching, bringing up ideas. Why? Because you are in your ruling domain. That is what I call ruling domain. Ruling domain is that spot that is naturally designed for every human being to express themselves and reign like a king or queen that they are created to be. So every human being, as you are now, you have a ruling domain. And by the time you discover your ruling domain, that's when you will start doing things effortlessly. Even as you're doing it effortlessly, you are producing amazing results, and people are paying to have the solution that you have. So that's when creativity will be, pouring out like water and everything. Then another thing that will happen is that you'll be persistent. Why? You enjoy what you are doing. So you don't need external motivation. You don't need anybody to motivate you. For those of us that love teaching, you don't need anybody to motivate you to teach. Somebody like me now, I can write till eternity. I need nobody to motivate me. I can train, teach anytime. Wake me up. I will teach and train. I remember when I was expecting one of our children, because pregnancy is not a walk in the park for me. I got a speaking engagement remember before then, I was always going to hospital, checkups and all that. I was feeling so sickly. So when the speaking engagement came, the invitation came, my husband asked me, I hope you are not considering honoring this with your health condition. I said, actually, I think this will help me. We had to have a long conversation about it. At the end of the day, he accepted. And he called his brother to drive me to the place that day. But before then, I reached out to the organizers of the program and told them that, look at my situation. And when I'll be speaking, I would love to sit down. They said, oh, consider it done. No, no, no problem. Before we got there, they've already set everything, my table, my chair, my mic. I sat down. Brothers and sisters, up till this moment, I didn't know when I stood up. I did not know when I stood up, went into the crowd, because when I'm speaking, I love feeling my audience. I went into the crowd, delivered all whatever that I was supposed to deliver. When I realized myself was when I dropped the mic. And do you know what? I stood up from the beginning of that program till the end. At the end of that program, I became very healthy. That was my healing for that pregnancy journey till I delivered. So when you are in your ruling domain, you don't need external motivation. Because this is what you love. I can teach trend right without even considering payment. If I'm not paid, I'm good. I'm fulfilled. You see what I'm doing tonight? I am having my joy and fulfillment because this is my ruling domain. Then the third thing is that it gives tenacity to overcome obstacles. Of course, you will meet challenges, but because this is your ruling domain, you are where you're operating, where you love yourself, where you love what you do. So obstacles and challenges, you always have tenacity, to drive past them. Remember, it's just a case like, when fish is swimming in the water. Of course, when fish see an obstacle, you have a way to navigate, go wherever it wants to go. Why? Because you're having the best of your time. This is what you're designed to do. And you're having an amazing time. And not just that you're having an amazing time, you are producing amazing results. So with that, we move forward. The third thing that happens when you create your vision according to your inherent gift is that you will have a focused energy. Energy burns like fire when it is focused. Energy burns like fire when it is focused. So when you create your vision from your inherent gifts, you have a sense of purpose which gives you direction. That direction is you focus all your energy. There is no distraction. You see my vision, I am ready to go without food. I am ready to be inside for 1 month to ensure that I actualize something that I've set my mind on. That is the power of focused energy. Why? Because the big picture is fueling my energy. So for those of us that will say, so how do you know about this? Apart from your personal experiences or maybe those that you mentor, how do we really believe this? These are the research supporting these claims. Research number 1 is on positive psychology. It says that research on positive psychology has shown that individuals who focus on their inherent abilities are more likely to experience happiness, joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose, all of which are essential for actualizing your visions. This is one. The second reason is research on self-efficacy. Individuals who work with their talents are more likely to believe in their ability and actualize their goals because this is something that they do, and whenever they do it, they produce amazing results. Then the third one is on goal setting theory. This theory posits that specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals are more likely to be achieved and actualized by inherent gifts, because inherent gifts can help individuals set smart goals that align with their visions, and this increases the chances of success. So the next question is, how do I discover my talent? Because in this journey of, okay, using your talent to create your vision, you need to know what your talent is. Why? There are many people that are holding on to things that are not their talents. Yeah, there are many of us here now. If we have a conversation, you'll be so sure to tell me, oh, this is my talent. But after going through the RDD test, you may be shocked to know that what you're holding on to is just a learned skill or a passion. There are that talent, passion, skills, they are not the same thing. So though they have a thin line, a kind of semblance, but they are not the same. Talent is something that is natural. You came into this world with it. You did not learn it. Nobody gave it to you. You came into this world with it. Then skill is a learned ability. You learned it. Oh, I want to do this. You go and learn it. That's skill. But there are people that are holding on to skill as their talent. And by the time they create vision, according to this skill, to get to a point, they may burn out. Why? Because this is not their inherent gift. Passion is something, an interest, something that you develop an interest in the course of your growth. It could be maybe somebody that you hold at high esteem, or maybe a family member, or even within your environment, something that you develop interest. You can fall out of passion tomorrow. Yeah, you can develop interest in something else. So passion changes, skills changes. You can decide to learn another skill. Oh, I'm tired of this skill. Let me learn another one. But your talent is something you can never be bored with. So how do I discover my talent? I know somebody is asking that question. The first question you may want to answer is, what activity gives you joy and fulfillment, even if you are not paid to do it? Using myself as an example, I can write. It gives me joy and fulfillment. Even if I'm not paid, I'm not bothered. As a matter of fact, when I was in primary school, I won a scholarship from writing. When I was in secondary school, during our English WAEC exam, 45 minutes into the exam, I was done with the theory, with the English, the essay and everything. I stood up to give my invigilator, my external invigilator, my answer script. He said, go back to your seat and go through it. I was kind of, I went back to my seat, went through it again. Within few minutes, I went back. He said, go and read it. How can you can't, there is not. That was when my teacher that was in the hall said, there is a possibility that she has finished. When she now collected my book and started going through it, he was not now looking at me. Meanwhile, there were people in that hall crying because they were finding that exam very difficult. And you know that English is a determinant. You are going nowhere without English. So I can write effortlessly. If I'm sleeping now and you wake me up, come and write, I'll do that. I can, within a short period of time, piece words together that you will go, are you sure you are the one that wrote this thing within this short period of time? Then training speaking, I can speak and train anytime. Counseling, I can do that. I love to give people hope. I love to be that source that people find a solution. It gives me joy. It gives me fulfillment. So what is that activity that gives you joy and fulfillment, even if you're not paid to do it? The second question you may want to answer is, what topic do you enjoy discussing and reading about? For me, I can read any book on talent, purpose. I can read any book on talent, purpose. That is anything, any book that is related in this area, I can read them anytime. I can discuss them at any level, anywhere. So what is that topic that you enjoy discussing or reading about? Then the third one, what is that activity that you can do over and over again without getting tired? Is there an activity that you love doing to the point that you can do it over and over again without getting tired? The fourth question is, what ability do the people around you commend you for? Is there anything people around you commend you for? Maybe whenever there is issue in your family, they will call you, oh, Gloria, please, we're having a family meeting. Remember that if you are not in this meeting will not move. Oh, please bring yourself down. Oh, Michael, please, or whatever you have on Sunday, cancel it. We are having a family meeting. You know that our mama and papa, they listen to you. And you think, oh, it's just because I know how to resolve conflict. You don't know you are sitting on a gold mine. You don't know. Yeah. So what is that activity that people around you commend you for? You go into a house, before you know it, you're arranging. You say, oh, this flower pot, if you bring it here, I think it will be better. You start arranging the center table. Oh, the rug. You say, oh, why don't you position this screen here? And you say, it's just that they ask you, yeah, they will say, oh, it seems you love organization. Say, yes, I just love everything being organized. And you are just seeing it as just. You don't know that you are sitting on gold mine. That a business, a transgenerational business has been handed over to you, but ignorance is help that is holding you down. And probably you are still seeking for a job. You are still looking for that big thing. And maybe you are that type of person that when you explain complex things, people, tend to understand it. You say, it's because I know how to analyze things. It's just because I know how to analyze things. You are calling it just, not knowing that you have a very big gift in your hand. Something that can change your life. Something that can change your life. For the Bible scholars among us, Joseph in the Bible, do you think that it was just because he interpreted the dream, Pharaoh's dream, that Pharaoh made him a prime minister? No. Analytical ability, creative ability, unusual wisdom. Those were the things, harmonized. And he was able to do that. So the fifth question, is there something that you do with so much ease, even when others do not find it easy? People always complain about this thing. They don't know how to do it, but you do it. If television spoils in the house, this one spoils, and you find an easy way of doing this thing, even when others do not find it easy. And you will think it's just, I'm good with skills. I'm good with all these things. You are sitting on gold mine, even when you don't know that you have a very beautiful gift that can change your life. Then, is there any activity that you do effortlessly and still produce amazing results? It's not just about doing it effortlessly, but you still produce amazing results. Even you yourself will be shocked. People will spend hours doing this particular thing, but you will come there within minutes, you have fixed it. And people go like, how did you do this? Why is it that I am spending hours doing this? Even after spending hours, it's not coming out as beautiful as your own. But look at, somebody will want to do something now. Somebody is doing burial or is doing wedding. You sit down with this person, say, have you done this? Why not contact this? Before you know it, you have organized something, you have put up something. You say, hey, yeah, it's because it's my friend. I decided to have, I know how to organize things. Oh my goodness. You don't know that a big event planner, you don't know that a natural project manager is sitting pretty within you, looking for a way to find expression, and you are trivializing it, calling it just, because you do it effortlessly. You've not found the value in it. You don't value it because you do it effortlessly, even when you produce amazing results. I pray that at the end of today, whatever scale that is on your eye will be broken. And the seventh one is, if everything was at your disposal, what would you rather choose to do? That was the first question I asked. And that question exposed a lot of things to some people here. If everything is at your disposal, what would you rather choose to do? Will you want to continue doing what you're doing now, or would you want to change? answering this will be a pointer to what your talent is likely to be. Now, the most important tool for wealth creation and impact. I need an answer to this. What do you think is the most important tool for wealth creation and impact? This is the cocoa. We have now come to the business of the day. This is why many of us came here. But you've seen that I have analyzed so many things. It's a journey, and we are here now. What do you think is the most important tool for wealth creation and impact? Can I meet you in the comment section, please? What is the most important tool for wealth creation and impact? Please let me see your response. Let me see your response. Somebody said consistency. Okay. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Does anybody have something else to say? What do you think? Somebody said wisdom and knowledge is one thing. Somebody said talent discovery. Somebody said passion. Then Majid said identifying your inherent gifts plus your vision. Somebody said inherent gifts. Mujidat said discipline. Okay. Someone said inherent gifts. Is there any other person that has something outside what have been said before? Chidima said is inherent gifts. Olawale said passion and consistency. Someone said it's personal conviction. All right. All of you, thank you for sharing your views. But the truth is that none of these things you called is the most important tool. Remember I said, what is the most important tool for wealth creation and impact? I know that many of you are so shocked that it's not inherent gifts, but you will know why in the next slide. So the most important tool you need for wealth creation and impact is clarity of purpose. I'll take that again. The most important tool that you need for wealth creation and impact is clarity of purpose. When we talk about clarity of purpose, some people will tell you, let me go and make money first. Let me go and make money. When I make money, I'll come and find purpose. Error! A very big one. For those of us from Nigeria, we are from the part of the world that you see this word, purpose, vision, and gifts, we don't pay attention to them. But you know what? Unfortunately, those are the determinants of who you become, what you become in life. We were programmed, in such a way that go to school, get a good grade, get your certificate, get a job, or get married, build a house, buy a car. You keep moving around the corner, revolving. But is that really who you are? Along the line, are you programmed by a system? Are you working with a programmed system that seems to cage people, that even when you think you are no longer a slave, mentally, you are still a slave? This is something that you need to think deeply. Do you know that as a human being, the right thing is that before you go to the university, you have a clarity of purpose? That is why the preteens and teenagers and young adults in our junior academy, in our purpose-driven chance academy, before they choose a course of study, they already have a sense of purpose. So there is nothing that they are choosing something that is not in line with their brain They already have a sense of purpose. So they are choosing something that is in line with their brain bends. Many of us, I'm also a victim. Yeah. I studied a course that I've never worked with till this date. I studied pure and industrial chemistry. While I was in the university, all those borrowed courses from humanities, arts, and all that, I'll be making intimidating A from them. But my core area, chemistry and their likes, I'll be struggling. It got to a point, my friend was asking me, Oluchi, how did you arrive at choosing pure and industrial chemistry? Because during our exams, all those humanity courses and arts, the way I will explain it to her, she will write and also make A's. She said, you have no business with chemistry. This is where you belong. When you are surrounded by people that will not guide you the way it's supposed to be, many of us are victims. So in the real sense of it, before going to the university or higher institution, you are supposed to know your purpose. You're supposed to gain clarity of purpose. But what many of us do is that we'll go to the university, get degree, get certificate. When we come back, we start seeking purpose, start looking for purpose. Until I graduate from the university, the word purpose and vision, it didn't make sense to me. It was sounding so Greek to me. Until I graduate from the university. And that is why, up to date, my certificate as a pure and industrial chemistry, I managed to make a 2-2. But somebody like me, I was a head girl in primary school, a head girl in secondary school, with my level of, intelligence and everything, somebody that won a scholarship in Imo State and all that. So I struggled and managed to make 2-2 in pure and industrial chemistry. Until today, I've not worked with pure and industrial chemistry. No, I've not. Anywhere. Places where my gift has taken me to in this world. Oh my God. I am not sure that any certificate in this world will take me there. Things that my gifts have done, the kind of things, influences, wealth, the kind of things, open doors that my gift has given me, no amount of certificates will do that for me. So now, until your purpose is clear, every road will look like it. I am explaining why clarity of purpose is the most important tool you need for wealth creation and impact. What we are dealing here now is not I want to make money. I want to make money. Be talking about thousands of money, millions. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about wealth. In wealth, you find money. And we're talking about legacy, something that outlive you. We are talking about big thing. So the most important tool you need to create transgenerational wealth and build legacy is clarity of purpose. If you don't have clarity of purpose, any road that comes your way will look like it. What it means is that you don't know where you're going to. You don't even know who to associate with. You don't even know, you don't know what to believe in. So any road you see will look like it. Okay, let me go and try this one. Maybe this may be the thing that will open door for me. Or maybe your life will always be maybe, let me try, trial and error system of living. Why? Because you don't have clarity of purpose. Without clarity, every other tool, without clarity, every other tool, you see talents, you see skills, resources, opportunities, all those inherent gifts. Without clarity of purpose, they will be misused, they will be underused, and they will be wasted. Why, you may ask? When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. I've seen people that abuse themselves without knowing that they are abusing themselves. I've seen people that abuse their gifts without knowing that they are abusing their gifts. I've seen people that limit their gifts. Why? Because they don't know why their gifts were given to them in the first place. So when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Without clarity, all these tools, the inherent gifts we are talking about, you will either misuse them, underuse them, or even waste all of them. So you need clarity of purpose. With clarity of purpose, you gain direction. You gain conviction. There is something when you are doing something and you're convinced that this is what you're supposed to do, and you know exactly where you are going to. Of course, you'll be so confident pulling it. With clarity of purpose, you gain direction, you gain conviction, and you have strategic focus. With clarity of purpose, you will stop chasing everything and start building something meaningful, scalable, and impactful. There are many of us that they are everywhere you can think of, doing everything you can think of. You are not Alpha and Omega, who is designed to be everywhere. You are not omni everywhere. And the result of this is that you'll be frustrated, you'll be stressed out, you'll be scattered, you'll be disorganized, you'll be walking like an elephant, be earning like an ant. Why? You don't have clarity of purpose. I know that many of us will be shocked today to learn this. But this is, when they say deliverance, this is the deliverance you are having this night. After this, as the words are burning through your bone, you will be in a haste to gain clarity of purpose. Now let's push forward. Or somebody will say, okay, now clarity of purpose answers 3 life-defining questions. And one of them is, who am I? Who exactly am I? Identity. When you gain clarity of purpose, you will know who you are. So nobody will push you around. Nobody will tell you who you are. Nobody will pin something that you are not. Now you understand why some people die at 25. So if you know who you are, you should be able to know what you're supposed to do, the vision you're supposed to create, the path, the unique path you're supposed to follow in life. So nobody will push you around. You won't be sampling opinion every day to the point that you get confused. Oh, should I go and study this course? Oh, should I go and do this course? Then after studying the course, oh, should I go and work in bank? Is it oil company? You keep, because there is no clarity of purpose and there is no big picture. So clarity of purpose will also answer, what do I have? If you know your identity, the next question is, what do I have? This has to do with talent, your inherent gifts, all of them, and the value clarity. The value clarity there is knowing the value of those things that you have. Because if you don't know the value of your talent, you can't even sell it. You do not sell what you don't know the value. No, you can't. Then the next question clarity of purpose answers is, who am I sent to serve? If you don't know those that you are sent to serve, you will burn out. This is when you hear people saying, my talent is not lucrative. The area of my gifting is saturated, is filled up. I can't do anything there. So whenever I'm hearing all this, I know where it's coming from. So clarity of purpose will help you to understand those that you are sent to serve, your audience, and your assignments. Yeah, and we'll move forward. So this is how clarity creates both wealth and impact. This is how you can use clarity of purpose to create both wealth and impact. With clarity, you can monetize your talent with ease. When you have clarity of purpose, I bet you, you can monetize your talent with ease. Because you can easily create a product that will be hot cake in the markets. There are many of us that they will create products. After creating, they will now start searching for who to buy. No. The real thing is that you are creating a product with an audience in mind. So as soon as it's coming out, your audience are buying them. Why? Because you have clarity of purpose. But without clarity of purpose, you will struggle to explain your value. That thing that you created, you go explain tire, yet no evidence. In our Nigerian parlance, they will say you go explain tire. Without clarity of purpose, you struggle to explain your value, but you can't explain it. The more you explain, the more people look at you as, this one doesn't know what he's doing. Then with clarity of purpose, you will create solutions that people will pay for. A solution that people will gladly pay for. Not the one that you will hustle randomly without, that. Last 2 weeks, I had a meeting with the council of the province where I live in England. And you know what we are discussing with the council? They want to adopt my book for all the schools in that province. Do you know what that means? So with clarity of purpose, you create solutions that people will pay for. They will gladly want to buy them. Why? Because it's speaking value. But without clarity of purpose, you will hustle. Hustler will be your name. You spend little time for yourself. All the time you're on the go. You will hustle randomly without results. You keep hustling. That's when you start saying, oh, my uncle in the village. A lot of things that people accuse village people of. They are innocent of them. I'm telling you the truth. Many of us are our village people. Somebody being their village people that they are accusing. Then the third thing is that you will attract the right opportunities with clarity of purpose. You attract the right opportunities. If I tell you the story, how I started my journey with the council of the province where I live in England, you would just marvel. You will attract great opportunities because whatever you do speaks value. But without clarity of purpose, you waste time on distractions. Any distraction that comes your way gets your attention because you are still trying to find your feet. You don't know the road that will lead you to the right place. So any road that comes seems like it. You don't know your way. You don't know your road. You don't have clarity. So whatever that comes will look like it. Then with clarity of purpose, you build transgenerational influence. There is a kind of influence that does not stop with you. It continues even after you are no more. Your children, your children's children, your generations reap from them. But without clarity of purpose, you will get stuck surviving instead of living. Every little thing you get stuck. Every little thing. Oh, this life, I'm fed up. I feel like dying. Oh, this has happened. I am fed up. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. That's all you'll be hearing. You're frustrated. You get stuck easily. Then with clarity of purpose, you create a lifetime vision. A lifetime vision. Why? Because you have clarity of your purpose. You know exactly why you are here on earth. You understand your unique path. So you can easily create your vision. Without clarity of purpose, you will continue on trial and error system of living. That is what I call trial and error system of living. Every year you are trying things. You say, who knows? Maybe this is the one that will open my door. Oh, you continue praying. Miracle money. God, send me miracle money. God, send me helpers of destinies. Let me tell you. You see this prayer of helpers of destiny. If you are praying for helpers of destiny, but you are not in your path, in your unique path, there is a possibility that you will not see your helpers of destiny because your helpers of destiny are already stationed on your unique path. But if you are not in your unique path, you will not meet your helpers of destiny. So creating your lifetime vision stems from having clarity of purpose. So with that, we go to the 4 tools that clarity bets. Once you have clarity of purpose, there are 4 tools that will fall automatically and you will do wonders with them. And these are the forces behind purposeful living, wealth, and lasting impact. The first one is that you will be strategic in all your things. You don't wake up again and do things anyhow. You are intentional and strategic. Everything you are doing is strategically planned. It's a tool. Once you have strategic tool as something you work with, you will find a great difference from what you were doing before. The second one is that you'll be focused. Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry will be found in your life. You will sieve your friendship, your associations, because everybody is not meant for you. Everybody is not meant to be your friends. There are many of you here, your friends, they pick you. Anybody that comes your way, yeah, I like you, you're the friend. You don't allow people to pick you as friend. You choose your friends. What it means is that you choose your friends according to your values. If there is no alignment, you know where to place the person. Another thing is that many of us, we model our relationships up. Oh, this is my bestie, this is my friend. Somebody that is supposed to be your acquaintance, you call the person your friend. Somebody that is supposed to be just a business partner is your friend. Somebody that is supposed to be just a neighbor is your friend. So you model everything up, and tomorrow you say, hey, friendship burnt my finger. No, friendship did not burn your finger. Rather, you misplaced things. Since I started living, you see this thing they say friends burnt finger. I've never experienced it. I came from a family where our father understood the word value system, personal value system, and family value system. So the next thing that you will gain when you have clarity of purpose as a tool is consistency. Tell me, if you believe in what you are doing, you are sure of your vision, nothing will distract you. You will consistently press forward. For those of us that are friends, that are my friends on social media, go and search my message as back as 2020, 2018, 2016. You find out that I maintained a particular message. Consistency. And the next thing that you have as a tool is influence. People love to flow where there is value. So people will, people will naturally aggravate towards you. And these tools are powerful tools that can help you to create transgenerational wealth and lasting impact. Now, somebody will say, okay, this clarity of a thing. At this point, I know that your mind is, okay, how do I gain this clarity of purpose? Coach Oluchi, please tell me. I want to gain this clarity of purpose. And I'm coming there now. There are 5 practical stages to gain clarity in life. I want you to pay attention. At this point, if there's anybody that is distracting you, please tell the person to hold on. There are 5 practical stages to gain clarity in life. The first stage is identity clarity. I just talked about it. And what does it entail? This is who you really are in the real sense of it. I want you to pay attention. Your identity is not your job. It's not your degree. Neither is it your background. That is not your real identity. Your identity is your dominant personality. It comprises of your dominant personality, your core values, your natural patterns of thinking and behavior. There are so many of us, they're asking now, your identity is, my name is Ikedi, I come from Motopa, and this. That is not your identity. So, for you to gain clarity in life, you must identify who you are. Who exactly are you? You are not your job. You are not your degree. You are not your background. Then the next stage here, the second stage, is gift clarity. You have to be clear about your gift. What exactly do you have? Like I said, there are many of us that are holding on to skill or passion, thinking that they are our gifts. They are our inherent gifts. Meanwhile, they are not your inherent gifts. So, your your gift, the gift you have, is not your certificate, is not your job title. The gifts you have, the inherent gifts, are your personality traits, your talents, and your strength. So you must gain clarity on your gifts. What exactly do I have? What are my talents? What are my personality traits? What are my strengths? You need to know all this. Then the next stage is, that's the third stage. You must gain your assignment clarity. Why are you here on earth? Why exactly are you here on earth? Who are you called to serve? You are not called to serve everybody. This is where people make mistake. You create a product, you want to sell it to everybody. People are not buying it, you get frustrated. Why? Because you've not gained understanding, clarity on those that you are called to serve. Impact and wealth are born when your talent solves a specific problem for a specific people. You start creating wealth. You start creating wealth and making impact when your talent can solve a particular problem for a particular set of people. That is when you start creating wealth, making impact, and influence. That is where your ruling domain is. What I call ruling domain, the spot that you are designed to shine as a king and as a queen. Then the fourth stage is problem clarity. Even when you understand those that you are called to serve, if you don't understand the problem you are called to serve, it becomes a problem. Because you may be struggling to solve a problem that is not assigned to you. So even as you're knowing your audience, ensure that you know the problem you are called to solve. What problem are you designed to solve? I always say that talent is useless without problem recognition. You see, your talent is simply a hobby if you can't identify the problem is meant to solve. Money flows in the direction of value. Pay attention to this. Money flows in the direction of value. And value is hidden in talent. And this talent houses solution to a problem. Remember, I said that talent is useless without problem recognition. Now, I'm saying that money flows in the direction of value. So whenever you say, I'm chasing money, I want to make money, I want you to rewire your mind to say, I want to give out value. When you serve value to the right audience, money will chase you. You will get to that point where you will be sleeping, your bank account will be receiving money from different currencies, from different parts of the world. If you are serving value to the right people, you get to the point where you'll be sleeping, your bank will be collecting money for you. So you wake up and you see notifications. This is okay, from Amazon. Oh, this is that from Canada, like that. So the fifth stage is vision clarity. Where are you going with your gift? If you know your gift, but you can't create a vision with it, it becomes another hustle. All you are doing is, I want to do something that will put food on my table, like that. This person needs this, I'll go and do it. No system, no structure, no vision, no big picture. So it becomes another hustle. So this is where direction and long-term purpose emerge. Vision clarity is where direction and long-term purpose emerge. And this is your legacy journey. Once you're able to create a vision in line with your inherent gifts, boy or girl, your journey has started. And at that intersection is where you start creating wealth, transgenerational wealth, and impact. And this is your legacy project. Now, the big question is, Are you ready to create wealth and impact? Because the truth is that if after all this teaching, is burning like fire in you now, the energy, the morale is very high. Your mind will be telling you, once I go out now, do this, I do that, I do this. Are you ready to create wealth and impact? Sometime in August, we had a webinar that is similar to this. Over 500 people, energy and all that. But at the end of the day, it was the action takers that started to implement and started building things. So the big question tonight is, are you ready to create wealth and impact? Are you ready to move from hearing this webinar to really creating something from it? Because this webinar is not meant to stop here. This is a step to where you're supposed to go. If you are ready to join our academy, this is October, and to be honest with you, I will say that this particular audience, this particular webinar, it comes at the right time. So you don't make the mistake of creating vision or creating 2026 goals randomly, the normal thing that you do every day. If you are able to key in and take action, you start working and start living, by 2026 you are ready to launch into your vision. If there are people here that are ready to create wealth and impact, if you are ready to join our academy, our intensive program is coming up in November, the first day of November till the last day of November. You sign up and you are getting, somebody is holding you by the hands to tell you where the stones are laid in water. And now listen, I know that there are people that will say, oh, I don't have enough money, that's why I cannot do this one. We have two packages that can serve everybody. The two packages, one package is a course. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. What it means, you go through the course and you start implementing what you learned. Then the second package is, I, as a person, as a lead tutor in Talent Maximization Academy, we hold your hands, lead you through 1 month intensive training, help you to discover your gift so that you be sure that what you have is your gift, run you through the RDD test, then run you through talent development programs, live sessions, then run you through the business of your talent, because every talent has a business. And if you don't understand the business,
let's go.
If you don't understand the business of your talent, you will not do anything with it. So
No, see, guys, I not fight
if
with you.
you are here and you are the one,
Let me see
take
your teeth.
action.
Go and brush it.
Kechuku, please mute yourself. Take action and join those that are going for the 1 month exclusive training, or you get into the do-it-yourself course. For the first 5 people that are going to buy the course, I'm going to have a one-to-one clarity session with you after you've gone through the course to analyze what you've gone through. That will be it. I will just have a clarity session with you. Then the first 2 people that will sign up for the 1 month exclusive training, all the tools, the resources, the paid resources you will use for that program, you are going to get it free. I'll repeat it. For the first 5 people that will go for the course, you have a free clarity, 60 minutes free clarity session with me to analyze all your findings from the course so that you'll be able to understand your gifts and be sure that what you're holding on is your gift. Then the first 2 people to sign up for the 1 month exclusive training, you are going to gain free resources for all the paid resources that we use in the talent maximization 1 month exclusive program. So at this point, I am done with my presentation and I'll be happy to receive questions. Thank you. So if you have questions, please raise your hand so that we can't. Woo! Oh my God, this is meant to be an hour program. We spent almost 2 hours. So we will leave here not more than 9 p.m. Please. So we'll be fast. If you have questions, unmute yourself and ask question, please. Someone said, I'm interested in the 1 month training. Okay, we are going to paste. Victoria, if you are here, please paste direction for the 1 month training. The 1 month training is 200,000 naira. For Nigerian audience, is 200 pounds for UK audience. Then Canada and Australia and every other countries is $200. How will the payments be made? Victoria, please, can you paste the details? The details will be pasted in the group. Sorry, we can't run through the slides. That's why we recorded it. So at the end of the training, you are free to go through the recording again. The time is because this program was meant to be 1 hour. Please, so you can go through the recorded version. Somebody said, how much is your book and how can we get it? We are in Nigeria. We are going to paste all the details. We have our distributor, Madam Ronke, and she can deliver wherever you are in Nigeria. So we are going to paste all the details. Is it possible that your talents and gifts doesn't align with God's purpose for your life? It's impossible. God is the giver of talents and gifts. So there is no how, but there are those that misuse their purpose. Remember their gifts. Remember when I said that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Remember that part. So that's what is happening. Victoria, thank you so much. So this is for the fastest fingers. Fastest fingers, if you are joining the academy for 1 month and you make your payment, every tool, every paid tool you are going to use for that 1 month, you get them free. Then if you're going for the course, what it means is that you will have 60 minutes clarity session with me after the course, and that's it. Somebody said, I've paid per payment for the course. Can I pay the balance to have the course? Sure, you can. That was too fast. That was too fast. Okay, so for those that want to ask questions, make comments, please. This is your opportunity. We have 13 minutes now. I'm just stretching it to 9 o'clock so that whoever that have question, it will be addressed. You can unmute yourself and ask questions, and you can make comments within this period. And in absence of further questions, I think we are going to call it a night. I don't think there is any other question. So in absence of question, we are going to call it a night. Somebody said, how much is it do-it-yourself? Do-it-yourself program is 50,000 naira. That's from Dr. Mandy. 50,000 naira do-it-yourself. And in absence of question, we are going to call it a night. It's been an amazing time sharing my experiences and knowledge with you. And thank you for honoring our invitation for this free webinar. We hope to see you at the other side. So good night, everybody. Good night. You're welcome. Thank you, Igbenose. I'm happy you got value. Thank you so much for the teachings. You're welcome.